Hey everyone, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and you are watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is an entrepreneur and software engineer who is developing an app called Populemetery. And he joins us to speak about the Populemetery situation that he's dealing with. And it's going to become an alternative to the stock exchange, possibly, and a game changer for Black households. So please welcome to the show, Richard Bumbury. Richard, welcome.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
Richard, this is big now. This is big. How did you start putting this all together? You know, because
Yeah, this came
once
from
we mention it, you know, it's definitely going to be a game changer.
yeah, I hope so. That's the goal. This sort of came from my personal experience, as a black man growing up I actually grew up in Brooklyn, East New York, and
Brooklyn's
then
in the
Bushwick.
house, East New York. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I lived in Brooklyn when it was still cool to live in Brooklyn, though. Um, but it wasn't a lot of economic mobility, or at least not from what I could see when I was growing up. Ultimately, as an adult, I taught myself how to write software, and I was lucky enough to get some pretty amazing jobs at some big tech companies. And it wasn't until I got my first batch of RSUs as a software engineer, restricted stock units, as a
First
software
batch
engineer.
of what?
Restricted stock units, which is basically a way for a tech company to get new hires interested
Yeah.
and keep them there. But it was my first exposure to the stock market, which is sort of the thing that was the catalyst for all of this.
Yeah.
It led me to ask the folks in my circle about their experience with the stock market and
Yeah.
financial literacy, and I quickly learned that that wasn't a component of my life experience and that of those around me.
Yeah.
So I set out to change that with Populemetry.
Yeah, so let me loosen up a little bit now here. Now,
Okay.
you said now, are you the go-to guy if people want to get involved with stocks?
So I don't think that the existing the traditional markets are really for everyone.
Yeah.
I think that it's designed in such a way that it's prohibitive to a lot of people, and it causes a lot of people to sort of self-exclude themselves
Yeah.
from the marketplace. So I'm not the guy. I'm the guy that's telling you that here's the stock exchange. This is how it works. This is likely what you're going to get from it, and I'm building this Populemetry and this new marketplace to hopefully give you and many other people a viable opportunity to build wealth.
How'd you come up with the name Populemetery?
So Populemetry is a mashup of popular and geometry, or really any kind of measurement. The way the business works is we measure the popularity of entertainment content using a proprietary algorithm I designed, and we create this popularity score that we use to drive this marketplace where people buy and sell shares of the popularity of something like the next big Marvel movie or Drake's next big
Uh-huh.
song or whatever folks are binge watching on Netflix.
Yeah. So how does it set apart from all the other apps that are out there, or is this the first of its kind?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't like to say it's the first of its kind. I'm going to let the the public decide that.
Uh-huh.
The Populemetry is very different from competitors like Robinhood or E Trade in that we are looking at the same customers, or at least we say we are. Um, in terms of folks who aren't currently investing or folks who don't feel like they can invest. Having said that, that's probably where the similarities end. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a new regulated exchange, and then give people access to that marketplace, which is very different from other solutions that sort of make it easier by letting folks, invest as they shop, or less expensive by letting folks invest for free using arguably questionable practices.
All right, there you go. What should new users expect from Parliamentary? Parliamentary, whoa, Populementary.
um,
It is
so
election
I
day
think
is right here. It's election day is in the air.
so folks can expect to they can expect an investment experience where they understand the underlying subject matter, and
Yeah,
that's the critical piece. I think some people, especially during the pandemic, some people tried a lot of different investment apps, and then as the world began to open back up, we saw people stop using those apps because it
yeah,
was really just a distraction or a game for many of those people.
yeah.
And I think the reason for that is because the underlying subject matter is something that people just don't feel connected to. So people will, once the app is available, people will download it and they'll see things that they have a connection to that are relatable to them. So,
Yeah.
the music they listen to, the TV shows and the movies they watch, you intrinsically understand why these things are popular, and so you feel connected to
Yeah.
the subject matter.
Hey, Rich, do you have all of this covered already, or are you still raising money for the development of this app?
Yeah, so actually, I am still raising money. We're raising a seed fund,
Yeah.
our seed fund for the development of the app. In particular, though, we need, as I said, this is a regulated exchange, so there's a lot of work to do with the SEC and FINRA to make sure that we get the thumbs up from government regulators.
Yeah.
So that's really the first step. That's actually much harder than the development of the software.
Uh-huh.
So once we get the okay, and we kind of know what the process is going to be,
Uh-huh.
the next step is to start development of the app and hopefully launch it to the public pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Is there a target date for launch?
No, not yet. I don't want to put a hard date on the
Yeah.
target because, as you know, government moves at a glacial pace. Um, so we want to clear that hurdle first. And as I said, the development of the software is a lot more straightforward
No,
than
I get it.
figuring out
Yeah.
the regulation.
Yeah. Any upcoming events that they're going to be taking place to lead up to it?
So we are likely going to have some events, which we'll be able to talk about on our website,
Uh-huh.
populemetery.com. I don't want to let too much slip yet, but basically we want to give some people early access and really get people involved in the sort of development of the entire experience.
Yeah. So you're excited about it, right? Here we go, a brand new app,
Absolutely, for
and
sure.
of course, how are you going to create the awareness other than coming on shows like BronxNet and other open
Yeah.
media outlets?
Yeah, so we're launching a marketing campaign tonight actually, where we're really going to try to activate people who have already expressed excitement about Populemetry. We're going to leverage our social media channels and the social media channels of those who hope to be brand ambassadors.
Uh,
We're really looking to build like a grassroots um, movement, so people are really excited and feel connected to the growth of the marketplace.
there you go. And who are you looking for as far as brand and ambassadors? Who are these
So
people?
really, just people who are excited about the concept. Folks who are really interested in digging into it and understanding, asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Healthy skepticism, I welcome that. There's a lot of complexity to the entirety of the project. Happy to answer questions and yeah, just people who are like really excited and inquisitive, and ready to roll their sleeves up and help spread the word.
There you go. I'm ready to go. Hey, Rich, where can we go to find out more information about it? You have it on the website. You got the social media
Yeah.
activated and everything.
Yeah, you can go to populemetery.com
Uh-huh.
to find out more about the project. You can also find us on social media at Populemetry on Instagram, at Populemetry on Twitter.
There you go. Rich, thank you so much for joining us. And come back
Thanks for having
when
me.
it's launched, okay? And let us know about the
Yeah,
whole
for sure.
thing. And,
For
and,
sure.
and
We'll
get us
do.
involved. Get us involved.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And you said it now, so I'm into it.
There you go. We appreciate you and thank you for joining us. And I'm sure, we wish you all the luck and all the, the praise in the world for what you're doing because you're going to be helping people
That's the
financially.
goal. That's the goal. Yeah.
Financial literacy. That's all a part of it, right?
Financial literacy, economic mobility.
There you go. Rich, thank you. We appreciate you. Richard Bumbury, entrepreneur and software engineer. All right. We'll take a quick break right
Thanks.
here. I've got more Open coming your way next on Open.